What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, November 28th. I hope you guys and girls have had a great weekend, because today we're going to be talking about, is Solana dead? Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you why it's not dead, and why things are still building while you're not seeing behind the scenes. Now, you may be looking at the floor price, and you may be emotionally driven by this price and this volatility. But in this video, we're going to provide some clarity and some certainty of perhaps what we could see in the short to immediate term. Now, none of this is financial advice. There's just my own opinion and for your entertainment. So please take this as informational and educational purposes only. And be sure to stick around to the very end so you can hear my conclusion statement around where Solana is going to be. And as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys, let's get right into it. So right now, Solana is around $13.42. Now, it has been hovering around that price range for almost a week now. But what I will say is that if we look at the coin market cap, the total market cap within the supply of the cryptocurrency market, we can see that Solana is at 16th place. Now, I just want to refresh everybody's memory here, right? Now, you must be wondering, why did we drop from $30 to $13? We made many videos before, and that's obviously because of the FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried fraud. And that has dropped us all the way from right around here to 7th or 6th place, all the way down here to 16th. Now, does that scare you? Does that make you feel like I shouldn't be investing in this project? Well, I'm going to show you some things that provide a little bit of clarity. Because we have Shiba Inu and Dogecoin higher than the market cap of Solana, it makes you think, what is their utility? What is the utility of these, meme coins? And then you have other layer one blockchains such as Polygon, which I absolutely respect, Polkadot, which actually isn't fully executed all the way yet. And then we also have Tron as well. So again, when you look at Solana and you compare it to most of these other meme coins, you're like, why isn't it up there? Well, it's because of obviously this fraud. But I want to share with you some things that's building with Solana that's going to bring this price back up. And I think it's going to happen very soon. Now, Bill King made an amazing thread, and I'm going to share that all with you in a short video. Now we got to look at the transactions, the daily transaction volume that's happening within all the layer one blockchains, right? And right now, Solana happens to be the one major blockchain that has the most transactions every single day, period. Now, if you combine it with the other ones, it's above Polygon, which is a layer 2 solution to Ethereum. And a lot of Ethereum users are actually using Polygon because the transaction fees are much cheaper compared to Ethereum. But nonetheless, Solana is leading in that charge. Now, next steps are also, let's talk about the daily active addresses. Yes, this is actually quite important because Solana is actually not in first place. It's in third place, as you can see here. But right above it is Polygon. The reason Polygon is actually seeing a lot of addresses within its own blockchain is because people are switching from Ethereum over to Polygon. But nonetheless, Solana is still third place amongst all other blockchains. Look at this right here, it's the green line, which hovers above that. So I think absolutely it's very active. People are using it, and there's a reason why. We got to talk about that. So you do know about the FTX Sam Bankman-Fried fraud, and that obviously plummeted the Solana price. What happened was, if we look at the NFT market rebound from that experience, it rebounded really fast. So this is when the FTX event happened, and we saw low volume being traded within the whole marketplace. But then shortly after, people started accumulating Solana because it was dirt cheap. It was literally half off. And then you started seeing buying volume of many of the high blue chip NFT collections, which were also on a discount as well, because now you can afford more Solana, so you can actually afford the Solana floor price of that collection. And that ended up projecting us to the upside in terms of volume being traded into the ecosystem of Solana. So that's really huge in my opinion. And now next up, let's talk about the Nakamoto coefficient. This is also talking about decentralization, right? We're talking about layer one blockchains that have the best decentralizations. So this was kind of stating that Solana is the second most decentralized proof of stake behind Ethereum. And so people may be like, that's impossible, it's so centralized. It's not even really a proof of stake, it's more like a proof of history. But regardless of that, if you compare it to the Nakamoto coefficient scale, aka the decentralization, as you can see here, it's above AVAX or Avalanche and ADA, aka Cardano. And second in line right behind the Goliath, which is Ethereum. which has the largest market cap within the whole cryptocurrency market in terms of layer 1. So that should go to show you what's going on in terms of its decentralization. So again, people have their other ideas. Leave a comment down below if you disagree, because we love to hear it. But nonetheless, let's keep going. Let's talk about the number of developers coming to these layer 1s. As you know, Ethereum obviously attracts the most developers, but second behind that is Solana. So when you see, meme coins such as Dogecoin, or if you see, other layer 1 blockchains such as Tron, you got to start thinking to yourself, where's Solana standing there? It has to be above those guys for sure, because you can't even see Tron in here. It's not even in there. Polygon, more reasonable. There's a good reason why people are going to that in terms of developing stages. But regardless, let's pay attention to Solana. Look at the Solana developer count trend. So we can see since August all the way up to this month, end of November, we've seen a huge increase from around 2,400 developers to now over 20,000 developers working within the blockchain. Nonetheless, if we keep going, let's talk about how they feel about Solana, right? How they feel about working on Solana. And 54% of them, based on this poll, indicates that they are not leaving. That in fact, they're not going to switch to other chains. They're going to stick here because they love that it's really fun. They love the culture. They love the technology. And they love the community. They love the other builders. A lot of people within the Solana community are working with each other. And this is something that I've noticed about Solana, is that a lot of Solana developers work together even though they're from two different companies. I don't see that much in Ethereum, but again, leave a comment down below because we love to cover that in the next video. And then also, let's keep in mind, are these developers going to be deploying to other chains? Are they happy with Solana? And seriously, around 66% of them absolutely want to stick with just Solana. They don't want to switch over to any other blockchain. If there's any other blockchain they want to switch over to, it's main likely Ethereum. So keep that in mind. So that is absolutely showing you that when developers hop into Solana, they stay with Solana. And that's a really good number. Numbers don't lie. So here's a photo to show you what conferences are like. So this was in 2022 for the Cardano Summit. Who was attending when the founder, Charles Hoskinson, presented, basically in this specific panel. And then when you compare it to this one, when you have the founder, Anatoly, appear on stage, you can see that it's a totally different feel. Again, this is all about the community and the vibe between two different blockchains. Again, we're not here to talk badly about Cardano or any other blockchains. We're just trying to provide information. Now, could this photo be the worst photo taken from this event? Absolutely could. Maybe this was just the beginning of an event, or maybe it was during a time where, many events were happening at the same time, right? So just don't take this as a grain of salt. This is just from Solana blog. But again, I want to show you what's happening because again, numbers don't lie, but also attendance does not lie. Okay, let's move over to something else, and that is the Net Promoter Score. So this is how consumers are perceiving working on Solana or purchasing things from Solana or being a customer within Solana's ecosystem. So that you could be an NFT investor, you could be someone that's buying something utilizing their DEXs or swaps, anything that's built on Solana. This is how the consumer is experiencing this. And right now, it's a scale from 0 to 10. And right now, we have around 30% in the positive that people love the products that are working on Solana. Not just only the developers, but the consumers, because that's where the money is actually coming from. That's going to allow for these developers to make money, but it's also going to look for other companies to make money within Solana. And consumer and customers is the most important part. And another thing that we have to keep in mind is that the Solana Saga phone is going to come out. And this is going to be, a huge competitor to major brands such as Apple and Google, right? But again, we do know that Google Cloud and the team is working with Solana, and they may be working with Solana to basically maybe expand their services. Google Cloud is going to create validator nodes that's going to help expand globally and expand Solana's ecosystem. So if Google decides to work with Solana on their phone, then that's going to be a complete game changer. That's literally going to take Web3 and Web2 marriage in a whole new level. And we haven't seen that happen with Apple just yet. So this could be something amazing and maybe a huge advantage to Google. Now, next up, we have to talk about the NFT sales growth, because again, I will agree with people that the most transaction volume, the most action that's happening in Solana is actually the NFT market. And that's why many of the videos I create are all about NFTs on Solana. So as you can see here, Solana's market volume within the past 30 days in terms of sales growth is second in place compared to Ethereum. And that's a big difference. Ethereum has 425 million, while Solana has 64 million. But you have to compare it to all the other blockchains because it's absolutely eating up a lot of that consumer money. But still, this could actually catch up really fast because, again, once we're in the bull market, we could see Solana's floor price go up in terms of the actual price of the currency or the cryptocurrency, but also the floor prices of the actual NFT collections. So right now you're in early if you're looking at NFTs. Make sure to look at all of our previous videos to understand which NFTs to look out for. But this is something you should not ignore. And this could absolutely be life-changing if you invest in the right NFTs. Now, if we look at other landscapes, right, within Solana, let's look at the NFT games because that's not covered a lot. People are migrating over to Solana for gaming, for GameFi. And yes, this is going to absolutely challenge the AAA gaming studios that are out there, but these are the ones that are daring enough to move in that direction. And yes, they're focusing on other things such as the metaverse, something that's also new called Move to Earn, where you can actually download an NFT or buy an NFT, and you use that NFT to at least earn yourself some liquidity by actually using that NFT. So say, for instance, Steppen, if you buy their NFT, which is a shoe, and you download their app, then you'll be able to earn Steppen tokens, and that way you can cash that out for actual Solana or USD, and you're actually earning money just for walking around or moving, right? So that's just one example. So there are other things that we can cover in this section, but again, let's keep going because we also got to talk about new gaming companies that are coming into this project. We have Project Alune, by the way. We also have Remnants, which is also an NFT collection that's now getting into gaming. Mobile Legends, Bloomverse. We have so many of these different games that are coming in here. It's because gaming is so expensive, it's costly, it takes a lot of time to make, literally, because AAA gaming studios can literally take 5 years to create a game, and that's with millions and billions of dollars, right? So these guys are looking for the most cost-efficient Solana blockchain, which has the cheaper transactions, which is easier to develop. Risking yourself building on a really difficult blockchain that has, high transaction fees can really be hard for the consumer. Again, we have to talk about the customer, right? Because they're the ones that are going to be building money into this ecosystem. So these blockchains are perfect. The ones that are layer ones that are fast transaction fees, and Solana happens to be that, and it's a complete developer-friendly place. Huge, huge, huge in my opinion. Now, look at this. Now, this is something that people have been speculating because, again, a lot of people are saying Solana is dead. Solana is dead. You know why? Because FTX was associated with them. Well, guess what? When you look at this, exact chart, now it says FTX heavily invested in the ecosystem of Solana. That is true. But Benny did not have any direct exposure to FTX. Of those that were impacted, such as Serum, they've already been forked and are being rebuilt by the community. Solana is now more decentralized. So when you take venture capitalists out, when you take FTX out, you take centralization out. Now it's more decentralized because now whatever's funneling into the Solana ecosystem is mainly money coming from the consumer, which is for the people, by the people, and also it's for the developers, right? For the developers, by the developers. So that's really awesome. Now 72% have no exposure to FTX, luckily. So that is absolutely amazing. And last but not least, one thing I want to share with you is that Genesis is not Solana. DCG is not Solana. GBTC, also known as Grayscale Bitcoin, is not Solana. Coinbase is not Solana. FTX is not Solana. So if you're worried about Solana going to zero because of everything that's happening around the world, within swaps, within exchanges, and you're scared that's going to affect Solana, well, none of them are associated with the Solana. Yes, FTX invested in Solana, but now that they're out, Solana's floor price around $13, which who knows could drop maybe to like $10 or $8. Who knows, right? It doesn't have any exposure to any of these entities anymore. So just keep that in mind, right? So, Solana right now is more decentralized by itself just based on what the slides have been shown. And that's what I want to share with you. So right now, let's go ahead and conclude it. Is Solana dead? I don't think so. As you've seen in this video, I've shown you proof that developers are coming to this blockchain. Yes, you must be wondering, well, dude, you must be wrong. It was $30 not too long ago. I've been watching your videos, and who knows if you're right, Vincent. You're saying it's $13 now. It could drop even lower. I don't believe you. And that's absolutely fine. Do not invest if you aren't willing to invest in something that's risky. Do not invest in something that you're willing to believe in. And don't invest in something that you haven't done your research on. You have to understand, because people who invest in the right projects are the ones that buy the dip, such as Warren Buffett. He says, buy the fear and sell in the greed. You have to buy when there's blood in the streets. And so this is a great example. Cryptocurrency won't always stay zero forever. And right now, as we see, we saw an all-time high around $250. We're down to $13. Now, this is due to a lot of VCs or venture capitalists and family offices and institutions investing in Solana at its very peak. So now, right now, at the very start of where we are right now, we're restarting on a whole new blockchain. And we're starting with a whole new slate. And we have all the developers already built, and they came in during this time, and they're building during the bear market. So you have to be invested in the right projects. And so I hope that this video has been very helpful to provide a little bit of clarity. I am super bullish around Solana, and around $13 right now, I may be accumulating myself. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video has been informational and educational. And as always, be sure to like up that button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Join our Patreon page for all our private alpha calls, investment strategies, and one-on-one consultations in the link below. Limited spaces are available, so be sure to reserve your spot today. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.